I think, good enough the first half, even though we went through a period that we have some problems to control them in the transitions, especially in situations where we finish with passes from long distances to the box, and we didn't have time to put the team together to have the opportunity to press after the loss. And due to that, they scored the equalizer. I think we should go even in advantage to the halftime, but we were not really precise in the last meters, and they also defend very well in 2-3 key situations. And I think the second half was so good. The beginning of the second half, we were really playing with a lot of determination. We managed to score the goal early. That fact gave the guys a lot of confidence to continue the rest of the time. We were really accurate in front of the goal. That's why we got a heavy result. So many positive things. The players coming back. First minutes for Azola. Some minutes for Radio Pane. Players who are working so hard to make it possible. So yeah, happiness. It's always important to see what they are capable to do. Like I said also in the post-match interview, I think the first half, you can feel a little bit again of anxiety in the stands with the 1-1 and some mistakes here and there. And I think in the second half they show a lot of personality to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep looking for solution, and they got a big reward in the end with this amount of goals. That also I think we all expect to have a very tight race for the top during the season. This is just game number 9, but you can see that it's not going to be an easy race, and every game count, every goal that you concede, every goal difference. So we have to try to find advantage wherever the advantage is presented for us. And today we have an opportunity, and I'm happy that the guys didn't speculate, and they continue playing very vertical. They continue attacking the spaces that were open and ready for us. And overall, I think it's a really good performance.
Good evening, Coach. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Coach, goal number 8, penalty. I looked at your bench. The players, technical staff, or maybe let me just say the players, hand gestures, 42, given that when you are the coach and you see that unity from the players, what does it say to you as the coach and the technical team when the bench players are saying, giving it to Riveiro maybe for his confidence, but what does it say for you as the coach?
I said already not long time ago, it's the human level of this group this season, it's something else. To be honest, they make us feel proud almost every day in things that I cannot say public, that belongs to the privacy of the team. Today it was public, was obvious to see how much they care about each other, knowing that the competition in the team for players like Radio Pane, for example, it's terrible. I mean, he's competing with the Bafana striker, with the top scorer last season, Chejo Mabasa, and it's difficult to get minutes in a team that played with one number 9 so far. But the way that he's working every day, the dedication, the professionalism, the good soul that he is, you can see today that everyone was happy to see Radio on the field and having an opportunity to score a goal, get confidence, because we need everybody. We're going now to a really congested period of games, January, February. It's nice to see Tapelo back also, making the first minutes after a long time out of the field. Azola Choveni also coming and playing some minutes. Gibele little by little showing the player that he can be for the team as well. So a lot of good news are around the result. The result is the most important, but when you have a look of the small details around the 90 minutes, there's a lot of positive things for the team.
Congratulations to the victory, coach.
Thank you.
Just on the match itself, two quick goals on critical phases, and I mean within the first minute of the first half, and then in the second half again, coming back with that. How much of that works in your favor, coach, and what is it that you work on when you go into the change room and come back with the players, and then they score at that moment? To the point of you saying now we are in control, or then you just wait for the opponent. Just take us through that phase.
No, obviously in the halftime we always try to help the players to understand the game that they played during 45 minutes and the game that they can play for the next 45 minutes in terms of where we are having problems and where we can exploit and capitalize some deficits of the opponent as well. And that's what we do in every halftime. Sometimes works, sometimes not. We are not perfect, and our intention is always the same: leading or not leading in the half times. We want to go to the second 45 to play our best, to play in the opponent half. And today, like I said, the fact that we managed to calm a little bit the atmosphere early in the second half, it helps a lot to the players to showcase their talent and their capacity to play football in the last meters. And the team was much more compact in the second action, in the lost, and that's why we managed to really, submit Marumo in the first 20 minutes in the second half.
Coach, the congested period in January and February is not a new phenomenon in South African football, but to play this late into the festive season is a relatively new sort of dynamic. But what have you said to your players about the sacrifices that they then have to make, fitness, lifestyle, in terms of trying to be in the best possible shape for that run of games, cap Champions League, the title? You had to speak specifically to that, or something, culture that you brought into the club since you've come in?
It's about being honest with ourselves, to be committed with what we want. We know that if we want to make it, if we want to achieve one thing is to have, how can I say, we have dreams, but we also have goals and short-term goals. We're not thinking, maybe people have the right to speak about who's going to win the league, but we're not thinking about us, in that particular moment. We are thinking now about what's coming next week with Magesi, how many points we can collect in January in order to continue there, our objectives as well in the Champions League. So we try to establish short-term goals to have always a close and near horizon, and not get distracted with what's going to happen in 4 or 5 months, because then is when you can maybe, how can I say this in English, like to forget what it takes to achieve that objective in the end of the season. So we all know, we here on the 24th sitting here talking, also you guys, tomorrow is Christmas time. We are back on the 26th on the training. We have to travel to Polokwane on the 28th to play there the 29th. Then we are not stopping after the 1st of January. So if we stop to think about how many things are we all missing here because of our dreams, it doesn't make any sense. You understand? So we are engaged or we are not. We are committed or we are not. There's nothing in the middle. And so far the team did manage to really be committed in this let me say strange season. Is 24th of December we are playing the match number 9 in the league. Still, I will say between I don't know, but maybe 30 more games to play this season for Pirates, not in the league altogether, maybe 30, 32, 35. It depends how good we do it. So we know that even though we are in December, we just started, and still a lot of things to do, a lot of things to say, and if we get distracted with some other things, we're not going to make it. It's simple. We are not going to make it because we are not playing in an easy competition, in an easy league. PSL is not easy. Champions League, it goes without saying. So we know what it takes. So far, everybody around is really committed with the target, and that's the only way.
We'll take the final 2 questions.
Coach, Iro's coach is still resistant, and he also able to. What can you say about this?
I'm happy with the general performance. I'm not going to speak about there's players who score 2, players who score 1, players who score 3. Imagine, there's one that scored 3. So players who score for the first time, but not for the last one. I mean, I think it was a really good collective performance. Both fullbacks played a very important role in our performance, Dion and Dino. So yeah, so happy with all of them. I think the boys really deserve a game like this. I think before today we went through 3 games that we didn't score in open play. Stellenbosch, Alali, and Stade d'Abidjan, and today we managed to put 8 balls in the net. So happy with them, because it should have happened before in these 3 games that I said before, because we create enough, but football is it's something difficult to understand sometimes. But again, we're going to Magesi next week. We start 0-0 again.
Can you take us on the final question? Final question.
I was saying this may be a message.
Wait for the microphone, please.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, you're drunk. It's
It's been a long year. No, I was just saying maybe just a message to the Buccaneers, because it's festive season, just a message to them and maybe the South African football lovers at large.
A message. Yeah, well, I just hope that everybody can have the festive time that they deserve, surround of their loved ones and their families, and have a proper time to celebrate. We all have the right to do it. I think we need to be responsible in this period as well. It's important that we have everybody back in the stadiums on the next game and the upcoming games after the first. And at the same time, I think that today the boys managed to help, especially the Pirates fans, to have a better Christmas.